Every morning, the moment you open your eyes, you have a choice. You can let the world's noise seep into your mind, or you can deliberately choose to affirm your worth and your potential. This choice isn't just about feeling good, it's about setting the foundation for everything you will accomplish that day. When you affirm your worth, you begin to build an unshakable confidence, a powerful inner voice that says, I am enough, I am capable, I am destined for greatness. And it's from this mindset that true success flows. Too often, we wake up and immediately start doubting ourselves without even realizing it. We focus on what we don't have, what we haven't done, or the mistakes we made yesterday. But imagine how different your day would be if, instead of criticizing yourself, you started with affirmations that uplift you. Say to yourself, I am worthy of success. I deserve happiness. I have the power to create the life I want. These aren't just empty words. They are declarations that help rewire your brain to focus on possibility rather than limitation. Affirming your worth isn't about arrogance or pretending you're perfect. It's about acknowledging that as a human being, you have inherent value simply because you exist. When you recognize your worth, you stop allowing fear and insecurity to control your decisions. You stop shrinking back from opportunities because you don't believe you're good enough. Instead, you step forward with courage, knowing that your unique talents and strengths matter. And that mindset propels you to take risks, to stretch beyond your comfort zone, and to embrace challenges as stepping stones. But affirming your worth is just the beginning. Alongside that, you must also affirm your potential. Every day is a fresh chance to grow, to learn, and to become more of who you are meant to be. When you tell yourself, I am capable of achieving my goals, you plant a seed of belief that nourishes your efforts throughout the day. This belief isn't a magic wand that instantly changes your circumstances, but it is the driving force behind consistent action. Because when you believe you can, you're far more likely to try, to persist, and to overcome setbacks. Think about the most successful people you admire. What do they have in common? It's not just talent or luck. It's a relentless belief in their own potential. They wake up every morning reminding themselves that the day holds opportunity. They speak words of encouragement to themselves even when the road is tough. And that inner dialogue fuels their determination to keep moving forward. You have that same power within you. It's important to recognize that affirmations must be personal and meaningful. Don't just repeat phrases because they sound good. Choose words that resonate deeply with your own dreams and values. For example, if you're working on building a new skill or career, you might say, I am learning and growing every day. If you're facing self-doubt, you might say, I trust myself to make the right decision. Tailoring your affirmations makes them more authentic and impactful, helping you connect with your inner strength. One of the most powerful ways to affirm your worth and potential is to make it a daily ritual. Set aside a few minutes each morning to look in the mirror and say your affirmations aloud. It may feel strange at first, but with time, this practice will reprogram your mind to focus on your possibilities instead of your limitations, and the effects will ripple into every area of your life, your relationships, your work, your health, and your mindset. Remember, affirming your worth isn't about ignoring reality or pretending life is perfect. It's about choosing to focus on your strengths rather than your weaknesses, on your progress rather than your setbacks. It's about believing that you have the power to influence your own future, no matter what challenges come your way. And when you start each day with that belief, you're creating a powerful momentum that carries you through obstacles with grace and determination. It's also helpful to keep in mind that your worth does not depend on external achievements or validation from others. You are worthy simply because you are. Your value is not something to be earned or lost based on success or failure. When you truly accept this, it frees you from the pressure of perfection and allows you to embrace your journey with self-compassion. Affirming your worth and potential every morning is the first step to cultivating an unstoppable work ethic and a resilient mindset. It fuels your motivation to keep pushing forward even when the road is hard. It reminds you that setbacks are temporary and that your true power lies in your persistence. So don't let the doubts or fears dictate your day. Instead, take control by speaking words of encouragement and belief to yourself first thing each morning. When you start your day with positive affirmations about your worth and potential, you're not only changing your mindset, you're changing your life. Because the way you speak to yourself shapes your reality. The thoughts you nurture become the actions you take. And the actions you take build the future you deserve. So as you prepare to face the day ahead, remember this: you are enough. You are capable, and your potential is limitless. Let that truth guide you and watch how your life transforms. Every morning is a new beginning, a fresh opportunity to decide how you will face the challenges and opportunities ahead. One of the most powerful truths you can remind yourself of as you start your day is that challenges are not obstacles meant to stop you, but opportunities designed to help you grow. This is the essence of embracing a growth mindset. The belief that your abilities, intelligence, and talents are not fixed traits, but can be developed through effort, learning, and perseverance. When you tell yourself this every morning, you're setting a foundation that transforms your entire approach to life. A growth mindset shifts your perspective in a fundamental way. Instead of seeing failure or difficulty as a sign that you're not good enough, you see it as a necessary part of the learning process. You understand that every setback is actually a stepping stone toward your ultimate success. This mindset helps you move beyond fear of failure and hesitation, replacing those feelings with curiosity and determination. You begin to welcome challenges because they offer valuable lessons, and each lesson learned makes you stronger and wiser. Most people naturally lean toward a fixed mindset, the belief that their qualities are carved in stone, that they're either good or bad at something, and that effort won't make much difference. But this way of thinking limits your potential and keeps you stuck in a cycle of frustration. Imagine waking up every morning thinking, I'm not good at this, or I don't have what it takes. That mindset creates barriers that stop you from even trying. But when you shift your thinking to I can improve with practice, you open doors to growth and success. One of the key things to remember is that your brain is incredibly adaptable. Science shows us that through consistent effort and learning, your neural pathways can be strengthened and rewired. This means you're literally capable of becoming better at anything you set your mind to. When you affirm this truth each morning, today, I will learn something new, or I will embrace challenges as opportunities to grow, you are preparing your mind to absorb knowledge and skills like a sponge. You're training yourself to see, effort as valuable, not as a sign of weakness. When you approach your day with a growth mindset, you also become more resilient. Life will always throw curveballs. There will be days when things don't go your way, when setbacks feel overwhelming. But with a belief that growth comes through struggle, you learn to bounce back faster. You don't give up or get stuck in negative self-talk. Instead, you ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I do better tomorrow? That kind of reflection fuels your progress and keeps your motivation alive. This mindset doesn't just help you grow in your career or skills. It transforms your relationships and how you handle feedback. When you believe that you can grow, you become open to constructive criticism instead of defensive. You listen to others not as judges, but as guides who can help you improve. This openness creates stronger connections and pushes you to become a better version of yourself every day. But embracing a growth mindset requires practice and intentionality. It's not something that happens overnight. That's why the morning is the perfect time to remind yourself of this powerful truth. Before the noise and distractions of the day take over, look inward and affirm your commitment to growth. Say to yourself, I will learn from today's challenges, or I welcome opportunities to improve. When you start your day with these affirmations, you create a mental environment where growth is not just possible, but inevitable. Another important aspect is to replace limiting language with empowering language. Instead of saying, I can't do this, add the word yet. I can't do this yet opens the door to future possibilities and reminds you that mastery is a process. This simple shift changes the way your brain reacts to challenges, making you more persistent and hopeful. Try practicing this language every morning and watch how it impacts your mindset throughout the day. You may wonder how to stay motivated to maintain this mindset when progress seems slow or invisible. The truth is, growth is often gradual and unseen at first, but every small step you take is moving you closer to your goals. By focusing on consistent effort rather than immediate results, you cultivate patience and faith in the process. Remind yourself each morning that success is a journey, not a destination, and that your commitment to growth is what will ultimately define your achievements. Surrounding yourself with a growth-oriented community also strengthens your mindset. When you see others embracing challenges, learning from failures, and striving to improve, you become inspired to do the same. Seek out mentors, friends, or content that encourage growth and resilience. Make it a morning habit to consume positive influences that reinforce your belief in your potential to grow. Remember, a growth mindset is one of the greatest gifts you can give yourself. It frees you from the fear of failure, builds resilience, and transforms obstacles into opportunities. When you wake up every morning and tell yourself that you can learn, adapt, and improve, you are preparing your mind and heart to tackle the day with energy and confidence. You're reminding yourself that success is not about being perfect, but about being persistent. By making this mindset a daily habit, you create a powerful momentum that carries you through every challenge and setback. You stop fearing failure because you know it's part of the process. You embrace effort as a sign of progress, not as a burden. And you open yourself to endless possibilities because you believe that growth is always within your reach. So as you begin your day today, remember this: challenges are not your enemies, but your greatest teachers. Embrace every opportunity to grow and watch how your life transforms. Every morning when you wake up, you have the power to choose your mindset. One of the most powerful choices you can make is to focus on gratitude and positivity. This isn't just about feeling happy or optimistic in a surface level way. It's about intentionally shifting your perspective to see the abundance around you, even when life feels difficult. When you start your day by telling yourself what you're grateful for, you set a tone that transforms how you experience everything that comes next. Gratitude is a practice that rewires your brain. The science shows that when you focus on what you're thankful for, your brain releases chemicals that reduce stress and increase feelings of well-being. This physiological change helps you approach challenges with greater calm and clarity. Imagine starting each day with a sense of peace and strength rather than worry or doubt. When you remind yourself of the good in your life, no matter how small, you train your mind to look for more reasons to feel hopeful and encouraged. It's easy to get caught up in what's missing or what's going wrong, especially in a world full of constant demands and distractions. But by making gratitude a morning ritual, you redirect your focus to what's going right. You might say to yourself, I am grateful for my health, or I am thankful for the opportunities I have to learn and grow. These affirmations help you appreciate the present moment and recognize that your life already holds many blessings. Positivity is not about ignoring reality or pretending everything is perfect. It's about choosing to see the potential for good, even in difficult situations. When you start your day with positive self-talk, you're arming yourself with the mindset to tackle obstacles with resilience rather than despair. You tell yourself, I can handle today's challenges, or I will find solutions and keep moving forward. This inner dialogue builds your mental toughness and encourages a proactive approach to life. Focusing on gratitude and positivity also fuels motivation. When you appreciate where you are now and acknowledge your progress, no matter how small, you create momentum to keep going. It's hard to stay stuck in negativity when you're constantly reminding yourself of what you've accomplished and the good things ahead. Gratitude acts as a compass guiding you toward hope and persistence. Another benefit of starting your day with gratitude and positivity is the effect it has on your relationships. When you carry a grateful and positive mindset, you radiate warmth and kindness, which draws others to you. People are naturally attracted to those who see the good and uplift those around them. Your positive energy becomes contagious, inspiring those you encounter to adopt a similar outlook. This creates a cycle of encouragement and support that lifts everyone higher. But it's important to make gratitude specific and personal instead of general statements like, I am grateful for my life. Try focusing on particular things that resonate deeply with you. For example, I am grateful for the encouragement I received yesterday, or I appreciate the small moments of joy I experienced this morning. Specific gratitude helps your mind connect with genuine feelings, making the practice more meaningful and impactful. You can also incorporate gratitude into your morning routine in creative ways. Journaling is one powerful method. Take a few minutes to write down 3 things you're grateful for. This simple act creates a record you can look back on when times get tough. Another way is to silently reflect while breathing deeply, letting the feelings of appreciation fill your body. You might also share your gratitude with others. either through a quick message or a conversation, which strengthens your connections and spreads positivity. Positivity, like gratitude, becomes stronger the more you practice it. When negative thoughts arise, and they will, gently remind yourself to reframe them. For instance, if you catch yourself thinking, I can't do this, change it to, I'm learning and getting better every day. This shift doesn't deny the difficulty, but encourages you to approach it with hope and perseverance. Over time, your brain gets used to this new pattern of thinking, and positivity becomes your default mindset. The mornings are especially crucial because they set the tone for the entire day. What you tell yourself in those first moments shapes how you handle stress, interact with others, and pursue your goals. By focusing on gratitude and positivity first thing, you create a mental environment that supports peace, clarity, and resilience. You're giving yourself the best possible start to face whatever comes your way. Remember, gratitude and positivity are not just feelings, they are powerful choices. Each day, you can choose to focus on what you have, what you've overcome, and what's possible. You can choose to speak words of encouragement to yourself instead of doubt. These choices build a mindset that nurtures your potential and empowers your journey. As you cultivate this habit, you'll notice how your outlook on life shifts. Challenges will feel less daunting because you'll have a reservoir of hope and strength to draw from. Your relationships will deepen because of the positive energy you bring, and your progress toward your goals will accelerate because you're motivated by appreciation and possibility rather than fear or negativity. So as you prepare to begin your day today, remember to pause and tell yourself what you are grateful for. Remind yourself that positivity is a choice, and by choosing it, you are setting yourself up for success and fulfillment. Every morning when you wake up, you stand at a crossroads. You can decide to take action toward your dreams or put it off, hoping that somehow motivation will magically appear later. The truth is, success isn't born from inspiration alone. It is built on the foundation of consistent action. This commitment to showing up and doing the work day after day is what separates those who achieve their goals from those who only dream about them. When you remind yourself every morning that progress is made through consistent effort, you empower yourself to move forward no matter how small the steps may seem. Consistency is the secret ingredient that turns intention into reality. It doesn't matter how talented or smart you are if you don't put in the work regularly. Greatness is not an event, it's a process. And that process is fueled by the habits you build and the actions you take over time. When you say to yourself, today, I will take one step closer to my goal, you are planting seeds that will grow into lasting success. Each action, no matter how small, adds up to momentum. The challenge many people face is waiting for motivation to strike before acting. But motivation is fleeting. It comes and goes like the wind. What sustains you is discipline, the ability to do what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. Discipline is cultivated through daily commitment. When you commit every morning to take consistent action, you build mental toughness and resilience. You teach yourself that your progress depends on your willingness to keep moving forward even on the tough days. Taking consistent action also means breaking down your big goals into manageable steps. When you look at a large goal all at once, it can feel overwhelming and paralyzing. But when you focus on what you can do today, Even if it's just a small task, you reduce that overwhelm and create clarity. You remind yourself, I don't have to do everything today, but I will do something. That mindset keeps you engaged and motivated because progress feels attainable. Another important part of committing to consistent action is learning to embrace imperfection. Sometimes people hold back because they want everything to be perfect before they start. But waiting for perfection is a trap that stops progress. Instead, affirm to yourself each morning that done is better than perfect. Taking imperfect action is still action, and it moves you closer to your goals. Every step forward teaches you something new and refines your path. Consistency also builds confidence. When you show up day after day, you create a track record of effort that proves to yourself that you can be reliable and disciplined. This self-trust is invaluable because it silences the inner critic that says, you can't do this. You begin to believe in your own ability to follow through, which fuels even more action. Confidence and consistency form a powerful cycle that propels you toward your dream. It's important to celebrate progress along the way, no matter how small. Recognizing your efforts helps reinforce your commitment and keeps your motivation alive. Each morning, remind yourself of what you accomplished yesterday or last week. These small wins are evidence that your consistent actions are working, even if the ultimate goal still feels distant. This acknowledgement builds momentum and makes the journey enjoyable rather than exhausting. When you commit to consistent action, you also develop a stronger work ethic. This ethic isn't about working harder for the sake of busyness, but about working smarter and with purpose every day. It's about showing up with intention and focus, making the most of your time and energy. When you start your day by affirming, I am dedicated to doing my best today, you set a powerful tone that shapes how you approach your tasks. It's natural to face obstacles and distractions that threaten your consistency. Life is unpredictable, and sometimes unexpected challenges arise. But when you have committed to taking consistent action, you develop the resilience to adapt and keep moving. You remind yourself that setbacks are temporary and that your long-term commitment will carry you through. This perseverance is the hallmark of those who achieve lasting success. One practical way to build consistency is by creating routines and habits that support your goals. When positive actions become habits, they require less willpower and become automatic parts of your day. Whether it's dedicating time each morning to planning, practicing a skill, or working on a project, these habits anchor your progress. Morning affirmations that focus on your commitment to action help solidify these habits by keeping your intentions clear and present. Remember, commitment to consistent action isn't about perfection or speed. It's about persistence and faith in the process. Every day you show up and do the work, you're investing in your future. You're moving closer to the life you envision. The small, steady steps you take today create the foundation for extraordinary achievements tomorrow. So as you begin your day, make this your promise to yourself. I will take consistent action toward my goals, no matter how small the step. I will embrace discipline over motivation. I will trust the process and keep moving forward. This commitment is your greatest tool for turning dreams into reality.